Now on Monsterfish. Massive bluefins. Massive battles. It's monster-sized bluefin tuna. Burning drags. Chaotic battles.
Whoa!
It's the king salmon of the Kenai. This is Monsterfish. Whatever it takes. Wherever it takes them. It's a hunt for monsterfish. Trev Gowdy, America's sportsman. And Dennis Braid, Australia's legend. Two men dedicated to one thing, catching the biggest fish on the planet. Tangle with the Titans.
Watch out! Wow!
On Trev Gowdy's Monsterfish.
Giants of the North Atlantic, and no place for light tackle, where fun is disguised as back-breaking work.
There he is, look! Holy Jesus!
The bluefin's a magnificent, warm-blooded monster. Fast as a torpedo, strong as a horse, 10 foot long, and up to 1,500 pounds.
Let him have it, boys! It's just like feeding the neighbor's cat. My God! Did you see that fish? There's a 1,000-pound bluefin tuna just come out of the water. We're out picking up our herring that we laid down here yesterday afternoon just to see if the fish was still here. Just throwing a few baits to the water. That's about the third 1,000-pound fish that's come out from behind this boat in the last 30 seconds. The hunt is on for monster fish. All right, we're gonna test the waters here a little bit. Gregory, throw that bait in there, see if we can't catch something here. You know, bait preparation for big tuna is mandatory. You gotta catch the best looking bait. Let's see if this one will work, huh? Oh my God! You know, if I was smart enough to tie a hook on the line here, I'd probably hook one of these monsters. You know, what we're seeing here is absolutely magnificent. These big creatures coming across the surface of the water just like this, but you might not realize this. What you're seeing on the surface is only just a little speck of what's going on. There's probably 200, maybe 300 fish the same size directly underneath us right now. Of all the things I've ever done on the water in my life, nothing beats this. Nothing.
The end of the day of feeding the fish in the bluefin aquarium that is the ocean off Prince Edward Island. Captain Greg Norton's life is lived in the waters off Prince Edward Island. In the spring, he's a lobster man, but through the summer and fall, he chases big bluefin. Before the lines go in the water, bait needs to be made. And for monster tuna, the bait of choice is mackerel.
Now we're just catching some bait here. We're trying to get some mackerel for kite and stuff. We get a little more bait here and we're ready to go. You ready yet, Ahab? Dennis Ahab Braid is ready to catch his monster. Let's go fishing.
The bluefin PEI are the world's largest tuna, running from 200 pounds to 3/4 of a ton and slashing through the water at up to 35 miles per hour. And the balloons aren't for a party. They keep the outrigger kite afloat if it falls to the water.
Okay, the rig we're gonna use on the kite, this is really exciting because we get to use the big, heavy gear. Big hook, 400-pound leader, 400-pound swivel in between there. It's up in the air, the fish can't see it. Look at the size of this bait we're gonna use. That's as big as a big trout. That's a trophy-sized bait. He's gonna bounce on top of the water.
Now it's time to suit up for the fight.
All right, let's go. Now, there isn't a tuna swimming in any ocean on the planet that can resist a bait like that.
He's right there. Just keep it up a little bit. He just made a pass. I don't know. He just missed it. He just come up and whoa, like that, and he just missed it.
Yeah, if he knows it's there, he'll come back. He will come back.
The kite has been brought back in, and Greg has moved the boat on top of the school of giants. Now, it's time for Dennis to meet the monster face to face.
We're going to try something a little bit different here. Normally, we'd be either chumming or chunking or kite flying or whatever. Right now, we've got 1,000, 1,200 pounds of swim right beneath us. So we've got an outrigger going on. I've got the bait dangling. We're going to drop it in the water, and let's see what happens.
And like that, a bluefin takes the 17-aught Mongol circle hook.
Fish on! We got us a grand, boys. This is a big fish. This is a 1,000-pound fish, guys. There he is, look! Whoa!
Seriously challenged elsewhere in its habitat,
1,000-pounder!
the giant bluefin tuna is showing healthy numbers and enormous size off Canada's Prince Edward Island, where Dennis Braid is taking up the challenge of catching a true grander.
Go forward, guys.
£400-pound leader, 130-pound line, 64 pounds of drag, belt and harness. None of it truly stops a bluefin.
We're at 17 minutes right now, and we're gaining on him. Fishing for big fish, we generally fish with a straight butt or a bent butt. When you're fishing with a bent butt and the fish is more than a 45-degree angle away from you, it's very difficult to maintain pressure on the fish because of the way the angle is. Once the fish is straight up and down, then a curved butt is of great advantage to you. This new unit that I've got, I can change my straight butt rod to a 20-degree curved butt, or I can go a little bit more down to a 40-degree. He's pulling some weight there now, let me tell you. That slowed him down a little.
Go ahead to the right.
This fish is well over 1,000 pounds. I got 64 pounds of drag on here, and I got my hands buried in the spool. I would imagine he's pulling close to 100 pounds of drag off here. This is a really, really tough fish. There he is, look! Holy Jesus! It's an 1,100-pound fish.
How much drag you got on him now, Dennis?
It's as high as it'll go. 64, it's buried.
The leader's touched, and the fish is caught. But the bluefin still has its own ideas about being released.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo! The line broke when it came around the corner. That was one tough fish. That fish was over 10 feet long. That was a 1,200-pound fish. The hunt continues for monster fish. Whoa! What a jump!
Speed, mega power, and an all-out brawl in a river of monsters. When you get thrashed by the fish of a lifetime, you call that beast the king. Spawning king salmon arrive in rhythmic waves at Alaska's Kenai River. I come here too, as do thousands of others, for some of the greatest fishing on this planet. Meet super guide Jim McCormick, monster fish master, 20 years on the Kenai River, and closing on his 2,000 king salmon catch. Kings don't eat on the spawn, so making them strike requires some thinking and a little magic.
Fishing a little chrome, chartreuse digger there. Chrome's been a really hot color the last day or two. Changes by the minute. Clicker on. Now the stage is set, the dummies are ready, and we're just waiting for the actors to appear.
Oh, wait. Come on, baby, take it. Get him, Trev.
Got him.
Jim perfectly timed that short burst on the throttle to level the slack and come tight to the fish just as it turned. You can't teach that, and there are 100 ways to screw it up.
Trevor going up after him. He's running upriver pretty hard.
King salmon fight with such energy because they literally are burning themselves up, digesting muscle and fat to make their long journey.
Forward is a nice fish.
Each high tide delivers groups of spawning kings right into the mouth of the Kenai.
Chrome, fresh out of the ocean, just the way we want it. Chartreuse digger. You call the lure, Jim.
This 25-pound female put up a great fight, but she's no 70-pound Kenai monster. So back she goes. The flow of the Kenai results from lakes, snowmelt, and glaciers. This huge river crashes into Cook Inlet, where tidal shifts can differ as much as 20 feet. When the kings come in through all that turbulence, they group up in holes, but once they're on the move, they keep moving.
We just caught a fish back there around the corner, say a quarter mile down. We fought that fish 10, 15 minutes. Came back up to that spot. Those fish are already gone. They're already up another quarter mile up.
Those fish are blowing through so fast, we know those fish are on the move. And now we're gonna come upriver and try to get ahead of that bunch of fish and see if we can pop another one.
I think people sit around too much in the holes. You're right. Get ahead of that school.
Try to get ahead of that school.
Get ahead of the school. Smart approach to life. Smarter tactics on the Kenai.
Go, baby, that's what we want.
What's he doing?
Going upriver.
Going upriver.
Yep.
Right. Whoa, what a... My God, what a jump.
I've heard Alaskans say that 10% of the guides on this river catch 90% of the kings.
No way this girl's finished yet.
And that might be a little bit steep, but I'd definitely say that Jim is in the top 1%.
Look at that, the torpedo.
Because when all hell breaks loose, he's the right guy to have in the boat.
Okay, Jim, I'm running out of line.
Toughing the cold of Alaska's Kenai River, and I fought it out with a lady king salmon. Then guide Jim McCormick pulled me into a real knuckle buster.
Go, baby, that's what we want.
Hooking a king calls for a kind of crazy, almost impossible accuracy with the lure or bait. You really got to bop them right on the nose with it. And then it has to look or smell so distracting that the salmon, using its mouth like a hand, grabs it to shove it out of the way, or just smashes it out of aggression. That's why you see such bright color combos on salmon lures, silver and chartreuse, or blue and pink.
Beautiful fish.
One clue this hen fish is fresh from the ocean: sea lice, tiny tadpole-shaped crustaceans that still cling to their flanks. These parasites cannot live long in fresh water. That fish was nice, but Jim and I released her. I can only keep one king, and I'm looking for that monster. The Kenai in summer teems with life, including massive rainbow trout, abundant dolly varden, and a young salmon of the year coming down the river to sea.
All these little gulls working, diving, eating all the fry. When I see these birds like this working in areas on all this fry, it's a good spot to catch some big rainbow.
Oh, absolutely it is.
These little gulls working on the salmon fry makes me think of one factor why I'm here on the Kenai River for monster fish. The king salmon, just in this river alone, the Kenai, when they go out to the ocean, they don't return on the average 4-year period like a West Coast king salmon will. These kings can come back in 7 or even 8 years to be double the size of a West Coast king salmon. And that's why there's monster fish here.
Summer dawn breaks mighty cold again. I'm up with the sun, but drowsy, thinking about the world record king caught in 1985, right where I'm sitting, a 97-pound, 4-ounce Leviathan, crowned monster of monsters.
You know, Trev, the one thing about the Kenai River is that it's hours of boredom with moments of sheer terror. But when you get them, they're monster fish.
There it is. Total boredom to terrified heart rate in half a second.
Still on or I missed?
I think he's coming upriver, Trev.
I don't think he's on.
He is. He's coming upriver. There's no way you can be reeling that much line.
Hold
Hold on, Trev. Hold on.
Where are you? Where are you?
I'm over the top.
Go ahead.
I'm over the top. There you go.
If you've never seen two guys dancing in a river sled, just watch.
Oh,
Nightmare.
that's a big fish right there. It's okay, Trev. Let him go.
All right, I got him. He's
clear
going.
this line.
Yep.
Slow down here.
Take your time.
That can't be 10 pounds of drag, can it?
Can't get to it. Look at him go. Jesus.
My God, he's moving.
How are we doing on line, Trev?
We're getting a little low on line.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm more
I gotta
worried
slow
about
everything
the...
down. Hold on. I gotta see where
Okay,
I'm at.
all is good, Jim. All is good. Watch your hands on that braid.
I gotta slam, bro.
Okay.
This charging monster took my line under and then around the main line of another rig. Someone's got to cut that away, or else disaster.
More charging up. Okay, Jim, I'm running out of line.
Okay, we're going after him. How we doing? Are you picking up any line, Trev?
Oh, wow, look at that. I'm right down to the bear's, almost at the bear's full. Yeah, slowly, but this knot's not helping up here at the tip. Let's just cut this. Jim, might you hand me a knife? I'll cut this line.
I've already cut it at one place here. Hold on.
This is a mess up here.
How we doing, Trev?
I don't know how we're doing.
You still got line?
I'm down close to the bottom of the spool. He's taking a couple 100 yards out.
Okay. Let me see. Let me up here on top.
Down, Michael.
Drop your rod.
You got it? All right, great. We're free.
Okay, let's go
Nice
after
job, Jim.
No one can reel as fast as these fish can swim.
Okay, we're going
and when they turn,
turned on you.
it's a crazy race to grab up the slack.
Come on, man. You can't mess around. Mess around.
Hold on, Jim.
Okay, buddy. He's turned on you. He's coming down river.
Yes, he did. There's about 100 yards back.
This mad monster ran long, ran back, and cut the field.
Keep going.
More spectacular than an NFL kickoff return for a touchdown.
You're getting him, buddy. Look at him. He's gone all the way across the river.
Well, he's going to be tired after that run, Jim. I mean, that was 2 runs.
That was incredible.
he had actually run about 60 yards straight up at it.
Uh-huh. Good job, Trev. Yeah, this is a real good fish, Trev. Oh, yeah, Trev, that is a monster fish. He's well over 60. You ready, Trev?
Yeah, I got him.
Lift. Lift.
Yep. Yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
You think you're ready for the fish of a lifetime, but when you glimpse that shape in the net, your mind just goes numb.
Monster fish.
I could see it, I could feel it, and I could barely lift him. But I finally found my true monster king. The Kenai is the Monster Fish River.